Setting up your website improperly can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, and I know because I've seen it firsthand. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up a website, the steps that you wanna take, everything that you wanna take into consideration, whether you're a construction business owner who is doing it yourself for the first time, you're paying someone a bunch of money to do it for you. I'm gonna show you what variables you wanna consider going into the design of the website so that you're fully equipped. You can actually do it right the first time. And we work with construction business and home service businesses. And so we are no strangers to doing construction websites, and the scope, variables, all the factors to consider when we're talking about websites, whether you want to generate leads from it or it's just something to give more information to your customers. We're gonna get into all that in this video, but before we get into it, my name is Steven. I run flexmarketing.ca. We're an agency, like I mentioned, that works with home service businesses and specializes in the construction space. And this video is really tailored towards construction business owners because I've seen a lot of people get screwed over and I don't want you to be one of them. So if that's you, watch this video and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got some of our clients' websites up. They're construction websites in the renovation contracting space, but they're different size companies, varying scopes of the type of client that they take on. So I wanted to show you this and give you examples of what websites should actually look like depending on the goal of what those websites actually are. And like I mentioned, we specialize in doing general contracting and construction websites, so this is nothing new to us. The first step of setting up your website, or if you're working with a designer, is actually, it has nothing to do with the design at all. You want to take a step back and look at this from a 30,000 foot view, not just yourself, but with the designer as well. Think about where the website fits into your business processes. Is this going to be a website that generates you leads and you need to convert sales through this? Or is this a website that is just informational, right? It's just going to show people information, the quality of work that you do, show some of your projects, your case studies. What is this doing for your business process? And how is it going to increase your profitability as a business? Because even if you're not generating leads, showing the quality and value of your company to potential prospects is going to warm them up. Even if you're not trying to generate leads, even if they're word of mouth and referral customers. I've seen it happen firsthand with our clients. They get way better results when they have a website that looks great and showcases their projects in a really meaningful way. Okay, so even if you're not trying to convert leads, having a great website is going to help you. Okay, you cannot deny that. So figure out what the goal of your website is going to be inside of your business, because that is going to form the framework for which you make decisions moving forward. We're going to determine the goal of the website, and that'll determine the decisions that you make moving forward about the website, the content that goes on there, where you build it, and so on and so forth. So moving forward, now that you know what the goal is, we're actually going to decide where to build the website. And as you can see with our clients, most of them are built on Squarespace. It's a very simple builder because most of these are tailored towards generating leads or doing SEO, which is very straightforward. You don't need anything crazy to do that, and Squarespace works great. Wix here is another website builder, similar to Squarespace, simple, minimalistic. I would kind of put them in the same bucket in terms of if you're looking for something simple, it's maybe your first website that you're setting up, or you need to transfer your complicated website from like a WordPress over to something a lot more simple. If you do want to go all out in terms of design for the website, make something with crazy animations, graphics, coding, software integration, you're definitely going to want to look more into a WordPress or a Webflow where you have that type of functionality included in the website builder. And if you're doing that, you're probably using a website designer or developer for that. Anyways, who can lead you in that process of figuring out which website builder to use. But if you're designing the website yourself, you want to think about, okay, is this something that in the future I really want to grow and scale up the website and do a bunch of SEO on it? Because that's also going to factor into your decision for where you're building the website. If you do want to grow this website significantly in the future, you want to have something like a WordPress or a Webflow that's going to allow you to scale going forward. But either way, if you're just starting your business, if this is something that's new, use Squarespace, use Wix, can't go wrong. The next step is choosing a design. And so depending on where you build your website, you can find a lot of good design inspiration. So what I would do is go to your competitors' websites that you like. This is kind of the fun part, and compile designs that you really like. And this is a pivotal step if you're also using a website designer. Finding designs that you like, figuring out what you like about them, and more importantly, what you don't like, right? What do you not like about these websites? And then from there, you want to create a list of pages and sections on those pages that you're going to have on the website. So what do I mean by that? If we go, for example, Kaizen Construction, we've got the homepage here that we're currently on. We've got about, general contracting, projects, renovation blog, and contact. We've got a lot more pages on this website because there's some SEO landing pages, but if we go to Arcaro Homes, we've got the projects page, and on this page we have individual pages dedicated to each of the projects. And so there's kind of a site structure that's going on here. Pablo Contracting, you get the idea. Write a list out of all the pages that you need so you have it on paper, and this will be really useful even if you're using a designer to give this to them, or if you're designing the website yourself to use it as a reference. Once you have a list of the pages that you need, it's time to start thinking about the content that you want on those pages. So for example, each page is going to have a hero section, which is what you're seeing right here. It's called the hero section because it's the first thing that people say when they come onto a page, so it's the most important. Next, there's a services section. There's a social proof section in the form of projects. There's another social proof section in the form of reviews. And there's a call to action section, and there could probably be like an about us section on this, or even more sections if you think about that, right? If you go to the blog, this is just blogs, right? So if we scroll down this, it's not really sections, it's more just headings, images. But what this is gonna do when you write out, draw out, or even do mock-ups online of a skeleton of the website, it's gonna make actually building it with whatever builder you chose way easier. You're gonna save way more time because you already know what you want the website to look like, and you've made a skeleton, which you can literally just draw boxes, right, and put the content in just like you see here, right? So you put like a sample text, sample subheading, buttons, right? You see where your buttons wanna go, and it's gonna help you design and build the website from a different perspective and take a much more efficient approach to doing it. Once you've got the pages written out and a basic skeleton of kind of how you want each of the pages to be laid out, you want to start compiling your content. So what is content? It's going to be your text that you have, images, links, and basically anything that you want on the website. It's important to have all your content together in one place, like a Google Drive, a folder, a USB, so that you can access it all in one place, make your design process a lot more efficient. If you're using a designer, you can give it to them as well, and I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Another step that you can include here is creating and writing copy. The copy is all the text that you see here on the website, everything. The calls to action, the buttons, all the links, this is all copy, right? And copywriting is a skill that is extremely valuable, and in my opinion, it's the most important part of the website. Even if you're using your website just as something that's informational, kind of like this website or like Arcaro Homes, where it doesn't need to be super conversion friendly, the copy is what tells the story. It's what people are reading on the website. It's better, in my opinion, to have terrible looking website, like a just blank white website with amazing copy, than to have the best looking website in the world with terrible copy. Because people make decisions off of what they read and how they interpret it, rather than just something that looks cool. But either way, what you want to consider on your website, and this also helps with SEO kind of as a byproduct, but for each of the headings and for the subheadings and the paragraphs that are underneath it, make it short, minimalistic. You don't need to over explain yourself, because like we mentioned before, the website is really just the barrier or the wall that separates you and your customers, or I shouldn't say a wall. A bridge is probably a better analogy to put in there. It's a bridge. It's a bridge, it's not a wall, okay? But you want to keep it as simple as possible, minimalistic, just to get your point across, and you don't need to explain anything more. That's a basic principle of copywriting. You don't need to over explain yourself, okay? Next thing, for the headings, if anything, you want to make your headings longer rather than shorter. right? Because the headings are what people are reading first, and then they're reading the stuff below. So if you can capture someone's attention first, they'll be more likely to read on. So this one, for example, creating comfort for your family is our priority. I could have said something minimalistic here like our services, right? I could have said something like that. But if I say creating comfort for your family is our priority, like I'm a little bit more curious now to what that actually means, right? And recent projects, that's very simple. Okay, building trust and satisfaction, right? I could have just said testimonials or what clients say. I could have just left it at what our customers say. But building trust and satisfaction, it kind of causes you to think deeper and dig deeper into the actual meaning behind, or the value that you're trying to get out of this section. Same with this, you dream it, we build it, right? So you're thinking creatively about these headlines to make them attention grabbing. Same with shape your perfect home environment. So finally, there's one more step here that I can include. If you're designing this yourself, using a website designer, and you're looking to generate leads from your website, it's gonna be the conversion rate optimization. Now the conversion rate optimization, you've probably heard the word conversions before, and that simply refers to getting someone to convert from someone who doesn't know about your business or knows very little about your business into an engaged lead who reaches out and requests a quote from you or an estimate for a project. So to optimize your website for conversions, there's a lot that goes into it, but really one of the biggest things that you can do, the biggest levers that you can pull for conversion rate optimization is creating great calls to action. So what is a call to action? It's the buttons that you see here, right? So get a free quote. It's the call that you're doing to action for somebody, right? So Powell Contracting, you see here, get a free quote. Click here for your free quote, or Cara Homes, get a free quote now. So these calls to action, the buttons that link to the final step in the, I don't want to say sales process, the final step on the website until they reach out to you, you want to make it clear, and just like the headings, explain kind of what's happening in a very obvious way. Get a free quote now, rather than contact us or get in touch, right? That explains what's going to happen when you click on the button. However, it's not specific enough and it's not obvious enough. Calls to action need to be blatantly obvious in order to make them as effective as possible. Once you've done all that, you've chosen a builder, you've created the basic layout design, you've got the skeleton and all the pages that you need, you've got all your content together, you created the copy, you optimized it for conversions, and you've actually built it on the website builder that you chose, there's one more step before you actually push it live, which is doing a quality check. And if you're doing this website by yourself or you're using a designer, it doesn't matter. You want to do a quality check of the entire website to make sure that it works from start to finish. So what does that actually look like? Read through all of the text on the website, every single piece of text, every sentence, read through it, the calls to action, the buttons, click them, make sure all of the links work, and go through the customer process of the website from start to finish, right? So from the moment someone comes to the homepage, click on all the buttons, go to the contact page, fill out the form, click the buttons on the contact page, your phone number, make sure that button works, because I can almost guarantee there's at least one or two mistakes on the website, even if you've gotten a professional designer to do it. Nobody's perfect. We make mistakes all the time, and we urge our clients to actually go through the website as well to get a second opinion, a second set of eyes, actually looking through the website to do quality checks as well. Because at the end of the day, no one's gonna have as critical an eye as the person who's gonna be using this website for their business, which is you. So guys, if you like this video, if you got any value from it and you're building a website, let me know in the comments. I wanna hear how it's going. And if you've got any questions or you wanna talk to me directly about building a website, you can go to the link in the description, flexmarketing.ca, book a time there. But aside from that, I'll catch you in the next video.